Hi everyone, Anne-Marie Life Coach here. So today's video is going to be around the chakra system and what I teach you if you're to come on my Soul Awakening Academy course, which starts January 2019. So we have a Master Practitioner course starting, which I teach you life coaching. So you can join at different levels here. So I'll just explain. The first part of the course is the Life Coach Practitioner course. So you can come and join and finish after the Life Coach Practitioner course, which is 5 modules. It's fully accredited. So you can leave at that point, get your certificate and start as a Life Coach Practitioner. Or you can stay and you can do your Life Coach Practitioner diploma, then get your spiritual coaching certificate, and then do your energy psychology certificate as well. If you do the whole course in one, it is spiritual coaching and energy psychology. It's the Master Practitioner course. So let me just try and share my screen. And I'd like to show you a picture of a body with the chakra system. Okay, so if you're new to this, I just want to explain what these different circles mean. These images are quite widely used, so you may well have seen this image before. And I'm going to talk you through what this red circular color means here. Okay, so the chakras have been written about in text for over 2,000 years. By the Chinese, the ancient Vedas, etc. But for us, because of science, and our education system, mainly because of science, really, we have turned away from, mainstream science has turned away from the energy field of the body up until now. So now we've entered into what people call the New Age, or the New Age of Aquarius. And this is where we're having a bit of a revolutionary period or Renaissance period where things of this nature are coming back. So science has now been able to measure the field that surrounds the body, the electromagnetic field. Sorry, let me get rid of that. I don't know what that was. Science has now been able to measure the electromagnetic field. If you YouTube a company called Heart Math Institute, they measure the heart of the field. They measure the field that's produced by the heart, the electromagnetic field that's produced by the heart, which is this chakra here. So your body has an auric field which surrounds you. Your auric field is your magnetic field, and it receives and sends out information and electricity into the field called, let's say, the matrix or the unified field. The unified field is something that Dr. John Hagelin has discovered, and he talks beautifully about the power of transcendental meditation. And that when we become very still and we get into a sense of oneness with our bodies and with the universe, then we touch something called the unified field. So Newtonian physics has measured, the likes of gravity and things like that, but it hasn't been able to measure the smallest particles in our universe up until now. And now they've measured obviously they've only gone so far, but what they have been able to measure and what they are able to quantify is that there is something called a unified field which starts everything basically. So it starts from the bottom up, and everything is the same from the bottom as it is all the way up into the macrocosm, which is the universe and the galaxy, etc. Don't forget, science is limited. It can only measure so much. So this is not probably the end, because once they discover something, their technology grows and then they'll discover something else. But up to date, so far as I know, is they've been able to measure the smallest unit on Earth, which is called obviously the quantum field or the unified field. And what it's that small, it's just about measurable. And it's a vibratory universe that we live in. Everything in this world vibrates, and actually they've proven to have different dimensions within that small vibration as well. So we are vibratory beings. What we see is not the reality of who we are and what this earth is. We see our bodies and the objects around us in a physical, dense form, in a 3D reality, when actually science tells us again that everything, 99% of what you see and what you are is empty space. It's energy. It's made up from that, vibrational substance, that energetic field. And the 1% is the material world. So I'm going to talk to you about chakras, which are energy centers. So these circular things here are vortexes of energy that radiate out from the body in a cone shape, and they go up your spine and the front axis of your body as well. Why is this important to know? Because when I have a client, I am not just seeing their physical body and trying to help them understand or fix a problem with their logical mind. Ozzy, sit down. Sit down. Sorry, my dog and his claws on a wooden floor. I wouldn't advise it. So what was I saying? So these energy centers, okay, are receiving information all the time, and they're bringing in information into the physical body. They are all connected to an endocrine gland, so they govern your physical body as well, okay? Science used to say that your brain and your body were not connected, and now they've proved that the two are very much connected. The body and the brain, there isn't a separation between them. Every thought you have has an influence over your physical body because it produces a chemical reaction, a hormone, which is produced by the endocrine system, endocrine glands, which are these 7 centers. So the energy that is being produced and the information that is coming from these vortexes, coming in and out of the body, are relating to the hormones being secreted by your endocrine system, which affects your physical body, your thoughts, and your behavior. Everything starts off firstly in the energy system, not in the physical body, okay? You have a 6th sense, not just 5 senses. You have 6 senses. I'm sure there's more, but all I know is there's 6 senses. The 6th sense is from here, the pineal and the crown, but also your auric field as well, because this radiates several feet away from the body. And this is the one that is communicating with the environment all the time. You think you know what you are doing, sensing and perceiving, but your logical mind that is listening to me now doesn't, because it has to conserve its energy for rational thinking, okay? You have extra senses that perceive danger, pick up sensations from the environment, know when someone's going to call you, can pick up on somebody's mood, okay, walk into a room and pick up on the mood, know when somebody's upset without them saying anything to you, have premonitions about things, know things, have a gut sensation when somebody asks you to do it. This is not a logical thing used by your logical mind. This is an extra sensory thing that we don't get taught about, but I'm teaching you it now. So pay attention, class. So teach you about the aura. The aura can get damaged. And I teach you about these energy centers as well. And the reason why it's important is because when I'm working with a client, then I want to know what's happened to them in their early formation years. This area here governs your tribe. the family, the community that you were brought up in. It governs your ability to trust people, your survival instincts. And this area here governs your relationships. This area here governs your sense of identity and your self-esteem. And everything starts out here. This is the first center to be born. All the issues, all the challenges, all the beliefs, all the limiting beliefs, good beliefs, negative, good experiences, issues around money, safety, survival, security, belonging, trust, neglect, abuse, gets brought up into our relationship center, which is how we communicate with others and obviously how we nurture ourselves as well. Our body issues can arise from here, or boundaries, etc. So this would be a center that you would ask a client questions around safety. So people might often say, and you can tell that grounding, basically, this is where a person needs to be grounded and rooted in the earth. These centers here are the densest centers, so the most physical centers. This is what gives us our human, instincts. These centers make us who we are. These centers then help us transcend into a more spiritual aspect of ourselves, bringing down and listening to that higher wisdom. So when we do the Soul Awakening program, I teach you all about the different chakras, and we go through a series of coaching questions that ask for your root chakra story, basically around trust, survival, beliefs, and we can find out how secure a person feels in the world, how safe they feel, if they can trust or not, or if not, why not? Do they live in fear? Do they isolate themselves, etc.? It's really interesting to see and to help them understand and clear this energy center. And we're helping them use their conscious mind to do it. Yeah, we'll ask them to recall memories, and we might help them go into meditation to do so. But the mind and the subconscious mind, the deeper mind, the all-knowing mind, will bring back anything that has been suppressed in you that needs to be healed. So what your root chakra is asking you to do is what your root chakra is asking you to do is to ground yourself. And we do this through working with the earth element. And you'll know people or yourself, you might be up in your head constantly thinking, never really feel in your body at all. That's because this energy center is not functioning properly for you. So I'm not sure there's anything I can tell you more about that, or I'm sure there is, but it would be a lot longer video. So just wanted to give you a sneak peek on this. What else I teach you when you train with me, if you do the big master practitioner, we find out what the core issues and core emotions are that are blocking your root chakra. Okay, and we work through that with something called spiritual EFT. Everything is done by talking to your energy body, your subconscious mind. You can consider your subconscious mind your body, really, because everything is being held in the cells. Your cells have memory, your muscles have memory, and every experience that's ever happened to you is stored within your subconscious mind. Not just your experiences either, but your ancestral experiences as well. So when I say you're not who you think you are, that's exactly what I mean. So if anybody is wanting to train with me, you can find me at soulawakeningacademy.co.uk, or you can find me at amarielifecoach.com. Take care, guys.